Joining us today, we have two guests, Dr. Aaswath Raman and Sophie Robinson. Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
Sophie, we'll get to you in a moment, but first, Dr. Raman, a big congratulations on winning the very first Nelson Buck Robinson Science and Technology Award for Renewable Energy, which was named after your father, Sophie.
Thank you.
Now, Dr. Raman, your work is in the field of radiative cooling. I want you to tell us a little bit about your work and particularly its ties to renewable energy.
So radiative cooling is a passive mechanism that allows us to harness the cold of outer space itself, as unusual as that may sound, to enable more efficient energy technologies here on Earth. So concretely, that means better air conditioners or refrigerators, but from a more fundamental scientific point of view, what's exciting is it's this entirely untapped renewable resource that we've only begun to explore.
Now, in addition to your work in the lab, you've also been involved in advancing your technology to the market through patents and a startup. I want you to tell us about the importance of entrepreneurship, especially for materials scientists.
Well, a lot of what we work on is fundamentally kind of applied in nature, right? We want to solve problems. A lot of us are engineers. There's at some point when a technology is mature enough, you kind of want to see it in the real world, right? You want it to solve problems that it was designed to solve. And sometimes the best way to do that is to, take it out as a startup and to try and make it a product, a technology people actually use. And I think that's really important to close the loop on the kind of research we do to make sure that it actually finds material use in the market, and then that can further incentivize people to do more fundamental research on a topic as well.
Sure. Sophie, as promised, we're turning to you now. You've endowed this award in memory of your father, Nelson Buck Robinson. Tell us about his work and why this particular award is such an appropriate way to memorialize him.
The first thing you should know about my dad is he was a big jokester. Any prank he could play, any laugh he could get, he was always down. So he's a really funny guy, and that was a really important part of his personality. But he was also really passionate about sustainability. In the 70s, he was writing about solar and offshore wind. He produced a film on Amory Lovins and the work he was doing on efficiency at the Rocky Mountain Institute. And from there, my dad started a business in Cambridge here in Boston called CAPCO, Cambridge Alternative Power Company, that did really efficient heating systems.
Sure.
So that was kind of his main passion. He was really interested and excited in having a reduction in carbon emissions and how to produce energy more efficiently. So when he died in 2003, his honor really propelled me in my life to study climate change and to work on climate change in my career. And so when I was trying to figure out about a year ago how to memorialize him a little bit deeper and further, I was learning about MRS and the amazing work you all do, and I thought it would be a perfect fit for my father's memory to be honored in this way.
I think it's a great way to honor your dad. So what are your hopes for this award? Especially, this is just the first one. You're the inaugural winner, so again, congratulations.
Very exciting.
What types of work are you hoping to reward?
Yeah, so I guess my ideal scenario would be someone who's really just launching, their career in renewable energy, and for whom a little bit of an award would go a really long way. And whose work is groundbreaking in the renewable energy fields. So I'm so thrilled that you're the first awardee, and I'm just honored and excited to learn more about your work.
And Dr. Raman, we're setting the bar a little high for you here. Final word from you. What are some of the challenges or projects you're looking towards next in your career and your research?
So I think there are two kind of sides to it. On the commercial side, we're pretty excited because this technology is getting into its first commercial pilots right now. So it'll be really exciting to see where it goes in the HVAC and refrigeration space. The more fundamental side, I think, as I pointed out, this is still a very nascent idea and topic. So there are a lot of basic questions about how we can use this resource, if you can think of it that way, beyond energy, potentially also for water conservation. So there's a lot of, I think, very interesting, more fundamental research questions.
You have a lot of work ahead. And I understand in closing, this is the first time you two have met.
It is.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So congratulations to you, and it's great to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Great
for your
to
time.
meet you.
Enjoy Boston.